Hi, it's Whitney Kell, and I'm reading from the Love Cards today by Robert Lee Camp. And I love this book because it gives me so much insight, not just into myself, but into those I'm either working with or I bring into my personal life. And it's been very beneficial in my coaching business. It's super simple. You come to the front of the book, you find the day and month you were born. You didn't even need the year. And then you flip to the playing card that matches with your birthday. Today, we're going to read Self-Mastery, the Queen of Spades. There's only one card associated with this. So it's interesting. I just want to say why this program or these books, he's also got the Cards of Destiny, is so powerful to me. There's a few different spades that I haven't read. I have people in my life and connections and people that I coach, and I've sent this out a lot, texting people the information that's in here, just reading it, and then the auto text to individuals. That's why I'm creating it on YouTube. But the interesting thing is there's certain cards that I've never read, and I didn't realize it until I started recording it and doing this project. I got only a few more cards to go. There's 52 cards in the deck, and then I did the main part of each card. But I just want to say, the more I learn about these cards and the connection with the birth dates, the more powerful it's becoming. So I'm really grateful for this project. So for those of you who are the Queen of Spades Self-Mastery card, that is January 2nd. And your planetary ruling card is the King of Clubs, which is also a very powerful card. To be a queen and a king. Oh, okay, so you guys got it. Let's see what he says about the Self-Mastery card. These people of much power and authority are surprisingly not always found in positions of authority or prominence. They often end up in menial positions where they bitterly complain about their position in life and never amount to much. They can become too ingrained in the struggle mentality and work ethic to see beyond it. However, this is the card of self-mastery that sits in the very crowning position in the spiritual spread. If these people recognize their powerful gifts and take responsibility for their life, they can rise to any heights they desire. Among them, we find some who are the most caustic and hard-driven, and others who are the true mothers of the world, who compassionately share and teach their wisdom. They are all born to rule, but they must actualize that destiny themselves. Their values play a key role in determining just how their lives turn out. If directed solely toward material gain, which is often the case, they lose most of their power and potential. They rise to their highest potential by following their intuition and inner guidance. All Queen of Spades have the King of Clubs as their planetary ruling card. You can find that below if you want to read that card as well. This makes them highly intelligent, able leaders and brings them much success in education or writing. This also gives them a strong independent streak and a high degree of intuition. Accessing their highest potential often gets them involved as teachers and leaders. They should avoid mixing love and money, and there's always trouble when legal matters arise. That's true for all of us. They would do best to avoid arguments with men in powerful positions. They love to spend money and they hate getting the short end in legal affairs, but they usually do. They do best when they realize their place in the royal family and access the inner wisdom that is their birthright. That's nice. They are exalted in the eyes of God. They have all the equipment necessary to do what they choose. The Queen of Spades has high ideals about love and marriage, so high that they could border on fantasy in some cases. They can be prone to affairs, and these are likely to be more of a loss than a gain. There always seem to be large losses of money associated with love. They want to appear prosperous and have someone of means for a partner, but this usually doesn't happen. Later in life, they find more success and fulfillment in love. That is, if they don't give up the dream of happiness before then. In some cases, there's a strong independent nature that can make binding commitments such as marriage something to be avoided. It's interesting. The Queen of Spades Self-Mastery. Our universe is composed of masculine and feminine energies, and everything in it can be seen as a certain mixture of the two. Both masculine and feminine energy and their expressions are equally important. The universe would not exist without both of them in equal balance. The four queens in the deck personify the feminine energy. They are the archetypes of femininity, and whether the person possessing a queen birth card is masculine or feminine by birth, they will still embody many of the feminine receptive principles. The masculine energy is constantly in motion, never at rest, and always operating out of the creative urge, the word. The feminine energy is receptive and passive. Instead of chasing down the things that they want, those with a strong feminine energy will attract things to them and become a receiver of energy. When we take this feminine queen energy and combine it with the suit of spades, we get the symbol of self-mastery. Spades refer to our spiritual development. Of course, they are also strongly associated with work, labor, service, and health. But on their highest plane, the spade suit is the suit of transformation of the soul. When we meet a Queen of Spades person, we see someone who has the opportunity to embody the highest of spiritual principles. Not all of them do this, though. Many of them get completely caught up in the struggle and servitude. They become the laborers and drudges of the deck. Of course, all the Spades cards can fall into this trap, but it is the Queen of Spades that loses the most when they disregard their gift. The Queen of Spades sits in the position of highest accomplishment in the spiritual spread. The sun position, as such, they symbolize that which is the greatest goal on the spiritual level of self-mastery. And what is this self-mastery? What does it really mean? Self-mastery is of our world through self-awareness. We can struggle and struggle to make more money without success for a lifetime. Or if we realize just how our inner fear of poverty is affecting us each day, we could completely remove the effects of this fear from our lives and become wealthy beyond imagination without struggle or effort on our part. This is only one example of how self-mastery works. Instead of trying to change the circumstances of our life on an exterior level, such as who we are in relationship with, what kind of job, what we do, or where we live, we go right to the source of and magically change our lives without doing anything. The Queen of Spades teaches us that we only need to stay aware of ourselves in order to master the universe. Jesus and other spiritual masters have taught us that the kingdom of heaven is within and to lay up our treasures in heaven, where they will not be corrupted or lost. If we seek this kingdom inside of ourselves by developing our self-awareness, we can attain the heaven that everyone wants. When we are in touch with what is real and what we are feeling and thinking, we begin to see clearly how our thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and feelings, not our actions, create our world. By merely being aware, our lives can be changed forever and we can reach that position of highest personal attainment. So I only want to say this, congratulations if you're a Queen of Spades self-mastery card. What I have found in working with my own cards is that there are areas that are shadow that I've done personal work on that I had in my childhood that I no longer have in my adult life. So if there's work that needs to be done, I've been with coaches and therapists and things like that to work on myself so that I can elevate through my challenges and my shadows. But for anybody out there who's reading this and is not liking what they're reading, I just want to say, if you've worked through some of your stuff, this will not apply. Take a look at your planetary ruling card, the King of Clubs, which is a fabulous card. And remember, there's a balance. And I think they talked about it between the masculine and feminine. And I hope that this landed with you in a positive way. And if there's something that you needed to see, that you got to see it today. And I'm sending many blessings to you and on your journey. And like I said, take a look at the planetary ruling card and see if that balances out this powerful reading. Cheers.